local mall to do some routine shopping. A typical day is full of fun outings, maybe buying new clothes, enjoying delicious food, and spending time together. The shop was bustling with families, laughing children and friends, creating a happy community atmosphere. This famous place disappointed both mother and son. When entering the shopping center, the mother felt calm while holding her daughter's hand. They talked about what they wanted to buy, pointed to beautiful displays, and happily discussed their purchases. The mother knew the crowd was loud, but she focused on spending. Realizing the seriousness of the problem, the woman immediately called for help. He went to the store staff and told them that his daughter was missing. The store manager reacted quickly, notified security, and showed the status of the store over the intercom. Their words were enthusiastic, encouraging customers to take a closer look at the little girl. The record has been passed? The authorities have been informed? The authorities, who are trained to deal with such situations, quickly assessed the situation and asked the woman about her daughter's appearance, her clothes, and all other characteristics. The mother had both hope and fear in her heart, praying that her child would be safe. As the search intensified, my mother's pain became apparent. Where is your daughter in your mind? Are they wandering or in trouble? The crowd around me was a source of comfort, but now I was very worried. The voices of the well-meaning customers rang in his ears, and he could hear their eyes straining to meet each other, their eyes filled with worry. The shock of the situation began to attract the attention of the local media. A news team arrived to read the news and record the mother's cry for help. Word quickly spread on social media, bringing more eyes and ears to the search. This incident highlighted the vulnerabilities faced by families despite their apparent security. This issue has affected parents everywhere and reminds them of the need to keep an eye on their children. The thought that the journey would lead to disaster at any moment was terrifying enough to resonate deeply. When law enforcement officials began to investigate, they immediately set up a command center at the supermarket. Police searched the area and split into teams to search different parts of the complex. They communicate by radio, making sure their abilities are as wide as possible. The mother was asked to provide information about her daughter. Officers at the scene were trained to deal with such incidents, and he told her they were doing everything they could. He recorded the little girl's height, weight, hair color, and clothing details, making sure all important information was recorded and available for search. At that time, the shop staff continued to search and check the toilets, storage rooms, and other places where the children were. They asked security personnel to help and put out a message on the phone urging anyone who saw the girl to come forward. As the news spread, bystanders began to come forward wanting to help. Some of the buyers had seen the girl before and could provide information about her last whereabouts. Their accounts differ. Some saw him near the playground. Others said they saw him in the laundry aisle. These accounts, while helpful, also complicated the incongruous explanation. Eyewitnesses recounted their experiences with a mixture of urgency and trepidation. A shopper said she saw a little girl laughing and playing, seemingly oblivious, shortly before she disappeared. Others expressed shock, saying they never thought it would happen in such a seemingly safe and familiar place. The police understand that gathering witness accounts is essential in piecing together the circumstances that occurred. They interviewed each witness, took notes, and recorded audio to get a better picture of the situation. The emotional weight of the testimony reflected the community's commitment to finding this girl and their shared fear that such a tragedy could happen to anyone. Community involvement. As time went on with her daughter, at this point, nothing seems to fit. As they strolled through the streets, my mother stopped to look at the merchandise. For a moment, she turned, thinking her daughter was right behind her, scanning the nearby play area. But when he turned around, the unexpected happened. Her daughter was nowhere to be found. He felt his stomach sink as he excitedly looked around, shouting his daughter's name. The joy of coming out turns to fear and disbelief. The mother's heart sank as she retraced her steps, and she wept more and more in sorrow. Other shoppers saw her distress and joined the search, helping to call the little girl's name. Time seemed to pass, and seconds seemed like hours as the busy mall became a land of uncertainty and fear. Law enforcement officials used various methods to find the missing girl. They analyzed video footage from security cameras in and around the mall, looking for signs of his movements. Investigators analyzed samples from the tape, hoping to find clues that could lead to a known final destination. In addition to physical searches, police used technology to their advantage. They enlisted the help of nearby agencies, including a K-9 unit trained to detect scent, to assist in the search. The coordinated effort shows the seriousness of the situation and how law enforcement worked to bring the girl home. The involvement of law enforcement, community groups, and local agencies created a support network to enhance the search effort. As the day approached the evening, there was hope, but efforts were made to find the girl before dark. When the news of the girl's disappearance spread, the villagers took action. People from all walks of life come together for a common cause. Friends, neighbors, and even strangers flock to the mall and are ready to help in the search. Some organize searches, while others set up information kiosks to provide the latest information and gather advice. Local business entities play a very important role, supporting in many ways. The hotel provides volunteers with food and refreshments to keep those involved in the search energetic and focused. Retailers are allowing flyers to be posted in their windows to help spread awareness. The town's prophecy is revealed. Everyone realizes that a child is missing, and it is a collective responsibility to help. The girl's family was heartbroken as the search for her continued. Friends and family gathered to offer support, comfort, and reassurance. They stood by her mother and shared the burden of worry and fear. This shared presence was a reminder that she was not the only one to have gone through this horrific experience. Mental health professionals also help support the family. They understand the emotional trauma associated with missing children and provide resources to help cope with the emotional turmoil. Community groups organize prayer vigils to bring people together to share their hopes and pray for the safe return of the little girl, and worked with local media to raise awareness. The media gave a lot of coverage to the search, including updates and interviews with family members. They shared a moving story about the little girl and her family, portraying the love and support that surrounds them. The event made it clear that the search was a priority by involving the public in the campaign. Social media is flooded with posts about the missing girl, encouraging users to share her story more widely. Local hashtags are popular, drawing attention beyond the immediate area. Local activists and public representatives are speaking out to raise awareness and support. The internet has become a powerful tool to search for and reach people who may have information or be able to help in other ways. In the wake of these incidents, there have been many discussions about safety in public places. Parents began to talk more openly about their fears and concerns, realizing that more understanding was needed. Local schools and community organizations have started talking about child safety and stressing the importance of educating both children and parents. Workshops and safety events were organized to teach families to be vigilant in public places. Some topics include recognizing potential problems, strategies for keeping children engaged, and the importance of communication. The community has come together to ensure that everyone has the right to care for their loved ones. The emotional impact on the family of a missing child is profound and multifaceted. As the search for the 8-year-old begins, his family faces the harsh reality of anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. Friends and relatives rally around the mother, forming a vital support network that provides practical help and emotional comfort. When a child goes missing, the initial shock and trauma can be intense. The mother finds herself in a whirlwind of emotions: fear for her daughter's safety, guilt for not being able to protect her, and a sense of helplessness. In such cases, family and friends can act as a lifeline. Not only did they provide physical comfort through hugs and tears of friendship, but they also gave emotional assurance that he was not alone in this tragedy. A close friend took on the role of spokesperson, helping to manage media relations and coordinate research activities. They organized tours of the store, distributed leaflets, and toured the area. This practical support eased the mother's burden, allowing her to focus on what was important: getting her daughter home safely. Realizing the emotional burden on families, health professionals stepped in to provide special support. The trauma of losing a child can have lasting effects, and these professionals provided a great